Internet! My name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. Duna and Kerbin are properly aligned and so I can now plan the flight back home. At first I like to undock from the other interplanetary travel stage because we don't need it anymore, and yeah, I like to drift a little bit away from it before I have to start my engines and perform my Kerbin burn. And well, speaking about the Kerbin burn, we can now prepare this burn or this maneuver. At first I need to set Kerbin as my target. Okay, Kerbin is now my target. And now I need to prepare my maneuver, maybe somewhere around here. Okay, we can now zoom out once again, and can we see Kerbin? Yeah, we can see Kerbin. So, okay, time to prepare the maneuver. Oh, this is already pretty close, this is good. Okay, yeah, look at this, we are almost there. Does it help if I drag my... Okay, I need to add a little bit more delta V to this maneuver. Will I then be able to... Yeah, getting closer. We are almost there, this is good. Okay, looking really good, and wow, there is our Kerbin encounter, and 74 days, this is cool. Can I even reduce the flight time if I add some more delta V to it? 73 days. Okay, yeah, this looks promising, this looks really great. Wow, the maneuver is coming up in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm good that I have already started to drift away from the interplanetary travel stage or the other interplanetary travel stage because I don't want to damage it, but I think I should aim prograde. Okay, I'm still relatively close and I don't want to damage it, so maybe I should just use my RCS a little bit more to drift a little bit more away from it. Okay, very good, very good. So, and before I will begin the maneuver or begin the burn, I just wanted to check one thing. Okay, there is no longer an option to retract these solar arrays. And here, in this case, I will... Yeah, I think I don't want to try out an aero capture because I like to reuse this interplanetary travel stage, and so it would be really bad if I would lose my solar arrays during the aero capture maneuver or the aero braking maneuver. And in this case, I think I will mainly rely on my 2 nuclear rocket engines in order to slow me down once I am in the sphere of influence of Kerbin. And yeah, so it would be a completely different scenario if I would have an heat shield installed to my lander, and if I don't want to reuse my interplanetary travel stage, then I would try to perform an aero braking or an aero capture maneuver. But in this case, I think I will try to mainly reduce my speed and my with my 2 nuclear rocket engines. Okay, now we are getting closer to the maneuver, and I think, well, 541 meters per second. I'm not quite sure. Maybe 1 minute before the maneuver node could be good. I can now start my engines. Okay, very good. So, Optop is a little bit scared. I am really looking forward to the moment that we will ignite our engines and start our flight back home. Okay, I can now speed things up just a little bit to get closer to the maneuver node. Okay, easy, easy. And here we go, here we go. Okay, I waited a little bit too long, but this should be not a problem. Okay, we are now performing our Kerbin burn. That's amazing, that's really amazing. Finally we can return back home from our Duna mission and we can deliver our 46 stored data. This is amazing, this is really amazing. I am really looking forward to the moment once we are landing back on Kerbin. And well, speaking about the landing, I still have to come up with a solution for the re-entry. I am currently thinking about launching a mission that will deliver a heat shield to this lander so that I can then re-enter without the danger of destroying my spacecraft, and I hope this will work out well. But I'm not quite sure. I think this is really an exciting task to get the thing safely back down. But I think we can solve this issue. And yeah, now we are performing the burn. We are almost halfway through this burn. That's cool. That's really cool. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. Oh, what is going on over here? We do have some overheating going on. And even the engines start to overheat. Maybe I need to throttle down a bit. This is not good. This will now increase the duration for the burn. This is not good that we are now getting a warning, an overheating warning. Okay, we have to continue for about 50 seconds. Oh, even the girders start to overheat. This is not good. This is really not good. And this is also a little bit concerning regarding the capture burn once we are back in the sphere of influence of Kerbin. Because there I need to use my nuclear engines, my nuclear rocket engines again. And how we are doing on fuel? Okay, we are down to 900 units of liquid fuel. But I think we can complete this burn before we will get to dangerous regions of the temperature of our components, of our interplanetary travel stage parts. This is good. But wow, this is really a new problem. It's really a new problem. Okay, only 13 seconds to go. Very good, very good. 11 seconds. 10, 9, 8. Okay, I think I will throttle down even more to have well, to end my burn in the right moment. Okay, getting closer, getting closer. And cut the engine. Okay, very good, very good. So these parts are still a little bit overheated, but I hope this is not a problem. And yeah, we still do have our Kerbin encounter. We do have a Kerbin periapsis of 80,000 kilometers, so we are relatively far away from Kerbin, but I think we can perform a mid-course correction burn somewhere, well, somewhere out here maybe, in order to lower our periapsis so that we are, well, getting closer to Kerbin. And yeah, then it's time to, or well, then I have to hope that I can slow the spacecraft down. And yeah, before we can think about this mid-course correction burn, or well, yeah, this correction burn and any other things, we have to leave Duna's or Duna's sphere of influence. So, okay, I like to... Can I? No, I can't. Why am I always... Come on, where is... I see you, guy. Okay, over here. At maneuver, in 16 hours we will leave the sphere of influence of Duna. So, in this case, we can now speed things up and enjoy the view to Duna as we are now drifting away from it. It was really cool. It was a really successful mission. I had a lot of fun during this Duna expedition with my Duna rover and the landing on Duna and landing on Ike and completing the Ike contract. This was really a great expedition. But on the other hand, I'm also looking forward to finish off this mission as well. I'm working on this mission now for a lot of episodes, and so it's really nice to finally come to an end with this Duna expedition. And yeah, Optop agrees, Optop is happy as well. It's good, and well, it's nice to see how Duna becomes smaller and smaller. We can still see Ike. This is good, this is really good. I like this, I like this. Okay. Only one error to go. Only a couple of minutes to go. Okay, I can now come to a stop. And how far are we away? 30 minutes. 30 minutes until we will have our Duna escape through. This is in... and we are half an hour. I can now keep an eye on their mission timer, on their mission clock. Okay. Getting closer, getting closer. Okay, Duna is really, really small now. That's great, that's really great. Okay, less than 10 minutes until we will leave the sphere of influence of Duna. That's always nice. It's really nice. Okay. No, it should be only about 1 minute or so. Let me check this. Yeah, no indication is left. That's it. So, yeah, we are about to leave Duna. The Duna space station will obviously remain in an orbit around Duna, and the first crew on board of the Duna space station will remain there for a little bit longer, and they can perform some more science, and they can try to get some more insights into this reddish planet. But for the 2 crew members of the Duna Landing Mission, it's now finally time to say goodbye to Duna and to return back to the home planet, because well, after a short vacation they have already new missions coming up, and so yeah, I think they are really looking forward to get back home. And well, in just a moment we should leave the sphere of influence of Duna, and then I'm excited if I can perform some more experiments in an orbit around the sun. If I can, if maybe the sun has also some new biomes or so. This is now really a very interesting thought. And here we should be leaving the sphere of influence of Duna now. I could perform a time warp until the altimeter flips around, but I really like to see the moment. And okay, I am happy. This is good. Okay, now we are in an orbit around the sun. We have left the sphere of influence of Duna. Goodbye, Duna. It was nice to have seen you again. And well, we can now see you or visit you frequently, as we do have our Duna space station, and we do have our Duna rover that can be remotely controlled. This is also very nice. Okay, can I log gravity data? High space over the sun. Okay, this is nothing new. I can reset this. Can I do something with my barometer? Yeah, atmospheric pressure scan while in space, high over the sun. The instrument reads 0. Okay, but 24 signs, that's cool. Can we do a crew report? We have already done this. What about the thermometer? Log temperature. Oh, that's new. Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there is no matter around to be either hot or cold, except the spacecraft and the thermometer itself. This is probably going to give the R&D guys something to think about for a while. Okay, very cool, very cool. So, we have gained some more insights about the sun, and now I can go on a quick EVA, and no, I want to retrieve the pressure data. I like to retrieve the temperature scan. Now I can switch on my jetpack, and I can enjoy for the very last time a view over to Duna. We were down there, we landed on Duna, we landed on Ike. This was really an exciting mission, and yeah, I am still enjoying this ride. I am pretty much in awe to be out here in an orbit around the sun. Wow, that's cool. That's really beautiful. Oh, this is once again a very cool picture. That's always nice. This is really nice. Okay, yeah, I am enjoying my ride. That's cool, that's cool. And okay, now it's time to get back to the spacecraft. As now we have to, on the one hand, fly back home to Kerbin, and on the other hand we have to prepare the mid-course correction burn. So easy, and grab, and board. Oh, I forgot one thing. Okay, Optop can try out this thing, as I like to see if there is a new EVA report possible. It's not. Okay, I can reset it. Optop can get back on board. And yeah, now we are flying back home to Kerbin. The inclination is good. And I like now to maybe over, not in 210 days, in 48 days. Yeah, this sounds better. Okay, and now I like to focus view on Kerbin, as I have now to perform this burn, this maneuver. Okay, do I need to? No, this is the wrong direction. I like to bring this a little bit closer to Kerbin. Very good. And I have to make sure that we are orbiting the right way around Kerbin. So I have to turn this thing around like this. Very good. Okay, then we are orbiting in the right direction. No, I just need to take care of the inclination, and current periapsis is 61 kilometers. This is a bit too low. I like to be at 227, 207. Well, let's aim for 250. This is good. This is good. We can later on trim our orbit once we have an orbit again around Kerbin. And yeah, I think this looks good. Can I even do something about the inclination? Yeah, this is really looking good. And then the periapsis is 230. Now it's okay. 300 kilometers is good as well. Okay, our next maneuver will come up in 48 days and 16 hours, and so we can now enjoy this view over to the sun as we are now orbiting around it and as we are now flying towards Kerbin. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. Hoptop is enjoying this. We are both happy to finally return back home to our pale blue dot. Yeah, Kerbin is also a pale blue dot. That's really amazing. And we are now getting closer to the sun again. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, only 10 days, 8 days, 7 days, 6 days, 4 days, 3, 2, 1 day, easy. Just a couple of errors. And as this is their mid-course correction burn, oh dear, I don't have to be spot on. And well, I overshot by 7 minutes, but this should be not a problem. As I said, this is a mid-course correction burn, and so it doesn't matter to be spot on. And okay, now I'm aiming at the maneuver node, and now it's time to perform this burn. Very good, very good. Okay, and cut the engine. So, how we are doing? We are down to 800 units of liquid fuel. I think I began with 1,200 or so. So we have consumed about 400 units of liquid fuel, if I remember it correctly. And yeah, I think then our interplanetary travel state would be almost empty if I wouldn't have refueled it. And yeah, this is exactly what my calculation has revealed, because yeah, I was sure that it's enough fuel to get back home to Kerbin, but then I would arrive there with about no spare fuel left, and so I would have been required for an aero capture, and this is really not the thing I wanted to do. And okay, am I happy with this trajectory? 500 kilometers. Well, this is still good enough. I think I can trim this later on. 500 kilometers is still good for an aero capture. What would happen if I continue the burn? Let me just use RCS for a brief moment, then I would increase this. So I think I can just use RCS to bring it down to maybe 300 kilometers altitude. This would be good. Okay, 315. This is amazing. Okay, how long do we have to fly until another 23 days? Can I? 125 days is not what I wanted to see. I like to see something like 23 days. This is good. Okay. Now, Kerbin should at some point pop up in front of the sun or something like this. Or should get... We should be able to see Kerbin at some point. I'm excited about this. 14 days to go. 10 days, 9 days, 8 days, 7 days, 6 days, 5 days. Okay, only 5 days to go. Can we spot Kerbin? Where would Kerbin? Kerbin would be a little bit to the right of... Oh yeah, over there. I'm not quite sure if you can see this, but there is a black dot, and this black dot, this pale black dot, is Kerbin. So yeah, this little pale blue dot is our, well, it's our home planet. And now we are approaching our home planet. That's cool. This is cool. Okay, 2 days, 1 day, less than 1 day until we will have... Okay, we can even see the moon. That's cool. Only 7 hours to go. 5 hours, 4, 3, 2, 1 hour. 59 minutes, less than 1 hour. And I think over there as Minmus I see something flickering out there. So we can now see the whole Kerbal system. That's great. That's so amazing. Yeah, I am totally amazed. Wait, can we? Yeah, yes we can. We can see Kerbin out of our window of our lander. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Wow, this is a great view. We can see our planet. We are home. We are coming home. This is great. This is so great. Wow. Okay, don't get distracted by the beauty of spaceflight. We have to somehow return to an orbit around Kerbin, and this is really the most concerning thing of the whole mission. I hope we do have enough fuel to get captured again, to slow us down so that we get captured by Kerbin's gravity again. Okay, less than a minute probably. Let me just check this. Kerbin encounter in 3 hours? No, I think something is weird. Or is this really weird? I'm not quite sure. I think the computer is wrong once again, but I'm not quite sure. We can now just perform a slow time warp. Okay, I don't want to take so long for getting into Kerbin's sphere of influence. Okay, maybe still the 3 hours. Okay, let me just see what happens if I set at a maneuver in 2 hours and 50 minutes. Okay, let's try this again. If we have our encounter in 2 hours and 50 minutes. Okay, getting closer. Getting closer. Wow. I'm really excited about this. It was a little bit longer than these 2 hours. I can remove this one. And soon we should get back home or get back into the... Okay, now we are back in the sphere of influence of Kerbin. We made it. And well, after we have used so many times our pressure thing, can we... Atmospheric pressure scan while in high space over Kerbin. Okay, this is new, this is cool. Keep the data and yeah, I will just get out and retrieve it. I don't think that there is a new EVA report possible. No, it's not. So I can reset this experiment, but I can take the data and even a temperature scan now possible. Let me just see this. Log temperature. Indeed, measuring the... Okay, it's the same text, but this is cool. This is really cool. Okay, Optop can retrieve this data. No, not crew report. Wait, what? I want to... Okay, take data and store it. So now we are up to 50 stored data in our capsule. This is amazing. Okay, and yeah, 314 kilometers, very nice. Okay, in 20 hours we will get there. And how much delta V is required? Okay, to get captured, not so much. This is good. And to circularize our orbit, a bit more. Yeah, this will be a longish burn. But okay, getting captured should be not a problem. This is good. And then it's only, well, it's only about to trim our orbit. This should be not a problem at all. Okay. I think I can speed up a bit more, as we are now getting home to our home planet. Okay, there's the moon. There's the moon. Can we see Minmus somewhere? Minmus. No Minmus. No Minmus inside. Okay, Kerbin. Oh, there's Kerbal Space Center. That's always cool. Okay, getting closer. It says an estimated burn of 4 minutes, so about 2 minutes. Well, I will start 3 minutes before the maneuver node, because I have to be very, very careful, as because of the overheating. And now we are in the shadow of Kerbin. That's sad. That's really sad. Okay, now I can turn over here. And aim at the maneuver node. Wait, when I use this mode, will this help me? I hope. Okay, I will use only 2/3. Okay, yeah, we are now... Oh yeah, over there's Minmus. I can see this little dot over there. And the horizon already gets brighter, so soon we will have orbital sunrise. The first orbital sunrise since we are... Well, this is really the first orbital sunrise since we are back in Kerbin's sphere of influence. I guess so. I guess, yeah, I guess it is. Wow, this is cool. This is so cool. I can't wait for it. It's really amazing. I like to see... Wow, this is so beautiful when we can see the horizon getting brighter and brighter. And, well, I like the new control features. I hope they will continue to work, because this is really great that now I can switch to this view, and I don't need to care about pointing the spacecraft into the right direction. And yeah, so the horizon gets brighter and brighter. This is a beautiful crescent of Kerbin. That's great. That's really great. And we made it back home. We made it back home. And yeah, no, it's only about at first circularizing our orbit and getting captured, and then we need to find a solution how to return back to the surface of Kerbin. But I do have a good idea in mind. I hope it's working out as expected. Okay, and where is now the sunrise? I really like to see the sunrise. This is such a beautiful moment. And come on, should be there any minute. It's so beautiful to get back home after we have spent such a long time around this reddish planet, and finally we are able to see blue again. This is so beautiful. This is so great. And yeah, there's the disk of the sun. We can now see our very first sunrise, our very first orbital sunrise at Kerbin. And wow, this is beautiful. This is amazing. We made it back home. That's great. Okay, and it's still 2.5 minutes to go. Ooh, well, I hope this will not be a problem, the temperature over there. Yeah, so 2 minutes to go. Oh, now then the next part starts to get some get an overheating warning, but it's okay. Now the engine starts to get overheated, but I think we should be captured by now, aren't we? Yeah. So we are now captured. We are now in an orbit around Kerbin. Now it's all about reducing our apoapsis and circularizing our orbit. This should be no problem at all. So if we see that the temperature gauges get too high or get too much into the red, I can just cut the engines and orbit one time around Kerbin and then continue my burn. And yeah, this is really good. This is amazing. This is great. Okay. Yeah, we made it back home. Okay, now we do have 8 overheating warnings at once. And what about the fuel? Yeah, this is really the thing I was talking about with my calculation. If I wouldn't have refueled my interplanetary spacecraft, then we would be here at Kerbin without any fuel, and we won't be able to slow ourselves down, and so we do have enough time to, I hope, yeah, I think we should have enough fuel to reduce our velocity that much that we are in a circular orbit, and then we can, in case that we need some more fuel, launch just some supply missions or do anything in order to refuel it. And oh dear, the upper fuel tanks are getting into dangerous limits, so I think I should reduce a little bit more the throttle. And how are we doing? We are past our periapsis. And yeah, it's getting orange. So I think what I will do now is, I think I will stop the burn here. And now we can set a maneuver over here in 1 hour and 18 minutes. And we can now circularize our orbit at our 300 kilometer altitude. This is good. So this orbit should allow our components to cool down, so that we can then continue our burn. Okay, yeah, the temperature gauges and the temperature is going down. This is good. And wow, this is so beautiful. This is so amazing to see once again Kerbin after we have spent such a long time around this reddish planet. It's so amazing to see blue again and to see green again. This is so beautiful. This is really amazing. This is just great. Okay, I think I can speed things up a bit more, and it says 1 minute to go, or a 1 minute burn. And we are now directly flying above Kerbal Space Center. We have seen our next orbital sunrise. That's cool. Okay, please align with the maneuver node, and I think this time I can use full throttle as it's a relatively short burn, and here in this case should be no problem to use our engines at full throttle. What about our fuel? Yeah, the orange fuel tank is about to run out of fuel, but this is good. This is really good that I have refueled it, and I think, well, I'm not quite sure about the fuel left in the other interplanetary stage. If I don't need it anymore, I could use it to get home to Kerbin, I think, and just have a very aggressive re-entry. But because I want to reuse this interplanetary stage, I have to be very careful. And yeah, I think we will circularize our orbit with about no fuel left in our fuel tanks. Okay, now 54 units of liquid fuel left over here and some liquid fuel over there. So yeah, we are getting back home with about no fuel left, and we are directly above Kerbal Space Center. Wow, that's amazing. That's great. Okay, we are back home. We are now in a circular orbit around Kerbin. Wow, that's great. Now, we just need to think about how we can land this thing, but this is a task for a next episode. So, in this case, I hope you have enjoyed the return flight back home to Kerbin, and with this, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode, when we will hopefully land back on Kerbin. In this case, until next time, my name is Abby. See you!